Cool. So, today I'm here with one of my students, Caden. Hello, Caden, how are you?
Good.
Cool, don't worry about looking at that, don't worry about that, talk to me, okay? So today we're going to be talking about gaming, which I know nothing about, okay? So you've got to treat me, and you do a lot, so you've got to treat me like a 5-year-old idiot that, do you know what I mean, that has never played, okay?
Yeah.
Because I don't get time because I'm always here, okay? So just before we go into it, I just want to say, so how old are you?
11.
So you're 11 and you're still at junior school, yeah?
Yeah.
So you're in year 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're 11, you're in year 6 at junior school, you're going to be going to senior school in September. You do quite a lot of gaming.
A lot.
Cool. And he's one of my students, so you know you do PTs with me.
Yeah.
And before we go too deep into this, I just want to say that you are a really good kid. You are really well behaved. You don't get into trouble, and you've got good parent look after you, and you have boundaries and rules and guidelines.
Yeah.
And so you come from a good home that looks after you, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right, so talk to me about gaming. So what computer have you got first?
I've got an Xbox One and a PS4.
Oh, so you got both?
Yeah.
Xbox One and a PS4. Which one do you play more of?
Xbox.
Okay. Is it the better gaming machine? I don't know.
It's just I've got more games on it because I've had my Xbox One since 2016.
Yeah.
And my PS4 I got last Christmas.
Okay, so you just got more games on the Xbox?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And what games do you play?
GTA, Minecraft, Roblox, FIFA, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, so a handful. You don't, there's not 30 games you play.
I have 30 games, but I've completed about 20 of them. So.
Okay, so you just get a new game and then complete it and move on. So which game do you play the most?
GTA probably.
Okay, so this is what I wanted to talk about. So in GTA, Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. It's a game about what? And say it as it is, because this is real.
You can do whatever you want, really.
You can do whatever you want.
Just like you live life, except you're a criminal and a drug dealer and.
Okay, so the character you play.
Yeah.
You
create your own character.
Oh, you create your own character.
And then you play it online in the maps, like just like city.
Okay.
And then.
So the Grand Theft Auto, there's a clue in the title. So what's the game about? What's your job role, if that's the right word for the game? What do you do?
The aim is to just earn as much money as you can by being a criminal.
Okay, so in the game you're a criminal.
So you can buy businesses and stuff like that, like doing drugs and stealing cars.
Yeah.
And just doing whatever you want. Really.
So it's a game you can do whatever you want within the game realms. Now, I'm saying this like I know nothing about it, only because there will be people that watch this that will know nothing about it. But there'll be a million people watching this go, oh my god, you don't know what GTA is. I do know what GTA is, but I don't play it. So I know it's a game about running around nicking cars and robbing banks and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I just wanted you to explain it really simply, because I don't play it.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the game you can, so you basically go and do naughty things, rob banks, steal cars.
Yeah, you can do whatever.
Can you beat people up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so I know you can beat people up.
Shoot people, you've got guns.
So you can get guns, you can shoot people.
Yeah, you start off with a gun and pistol.
Yeah.
And then.
And that's all right.
Whatever you do probably involves shooting people.
Okay, so you can shoot people. Have you got any other weapons?
You can buy other ones: baseball bats, machetes, axes.
Okay. And they wonder about knife crime in the UK. So you can stab people.
Yep.
You can beat them up with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
You can shoot them.
Yeah.
You can steal their car.
Yeah.
You can rob banks.
Yeah.
What else? There's something you told me when we was training the other day.
Go to a strip club.
You go to a strip club. And what can you do in this strip club?
You can get a girlfriend.
Okay, so what? So do you sit down and talk with them?
Yeah.
Okay, and do they dance for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I can't remember what game it is, but I saw an advert for a game day before yesterday, and I was like, oh my god, the graphics are insane. Like
they are on GTA.
They are phenomenal. So again, it's not like when I used to play Mortal Kombat or
when it was all like half pixelated.
Exactly. You know, now it's real life. I mean, it is as good as real life. So the graphics and the gameplay and the interaction.
It could have been GTA that you saw an advert because they just had a new update and it's like everywhere.
Is it? It might have been then. It could have been. But I just remember thinking, oh my god, this is a game. I mean, this looks real life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this game is rated a what?
18.
18. How old are you?
11.
11. So there'll be some parents that go, oh my god, why is an 11-year-old playing this? There will be other parents who will go, well, my 9-year-old plays it and I don't see a problem with it. Now, I'm not telling you how to parent. I'm not telling you how to, what's right and wrong, because there is no right and wrong. But how many of your friends in your class play this game, roughly?
That I know in my class, probably about 7 to 10.
So, and was that a class of 30?
Yeah.
So a third of your class are playing this GTA?
Actually,
All right,
probably about 7. There's no girls to play it.
Okay, that's interesting. Just the boys play the strip club, running, drinking, beating their mates up kind of game.
You can create a girl character though and get a boyfriend and stuff.
Yeah, but it's quite interesting that it's all boys.
Yeah.
So you play online
Yeah.
with your mates. Now you did tell me something a minute ago that I want you to repeat. So what happens? So you're playing the game, you're playing against people, you're playing online, and what happens? What gets said?
People because when people get annoyed because we're playing a game and then we I don't know, we kill them or something.
Yeah. So when you say we, what, you gang up on someone?
No, because there's normally I don't know many people who play GTA by themselves.
Okay.
They're normally in groups.
So you go online and
with
you
my
play a group
friends.
with your friends as a group.
Yeah.
What? And there's other friends and groups online.
Yeah.
So your group will play against another group.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what happens? This is what you said.
We kill them and then they message us, oh, come fight me. Oh, just.
So this is someone you don't know.
They sound like. They're using the language of a 7-year-old that hasn't gone to school.
Okay. So
they just.
So bad English.
Yeah.
Sound like a child.
Yeah.
I mean, you could tell if it was me talking or a little kid going, "Oh, what are you doing, mate?" That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that you're talking to them on a headset.
Mhm. Well, I'm talking to my friends and then they message us.
Okay. What? And then I said, "What? Come and find me."
Yeah.
Okay. How's that make you feel? Would you not care?
I don't care.
Don't care.
It's just.
And I know that a group of your friends, again, are quite good kids. They play the game. They take it lightheartedly. They don't take it too seriously. But when we finish, I'm going to continue this a little bit.
Yeah.
And I know that people that took it a lot more serious at a very young age as well. So you have fun with it, and you How many hours do you play roughly? Like an hour a day,
GTA or Xbox?
Just Xbox. Let's just go Xbox.
Just Xbox. I play a lot. Basically, whenever I'm in.
Okay.
Whenever I'm not doing anything, I just play it.
So you go to school, get home. If you're not at the gym here, then you're on your Xbox.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
Okay. And is that good in respect to you can meet and chat to your mates, or are you isolated because you're in your bedroom by yourself?
It's really the only place where I can talk to my friends for just however long we want. So I'd normally just go on there to talk to my friends. And even sometimes I won't be playing the games.
You'll just be talking?
I'll just be talking to them.
Okay. Do you know what I used to do?
What?
I used to go around the house and talk to them like this. Actually have a face-to-face conversation. But I guess, time's moved on. But yeah. So you use it to chit-chat with your mates?
I used to, because my friend used to live down the road from me.
Yeah. I mean, the good thing is you can talk to anyone. Like if your mate lives in America, you can still chat to them.
Quite far away. Now he's moved quite far away, so I don't really have anyone that's close to my house.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate your time. This is the earliest it's been up, apart from when he's going to school. So well done. It's a Saturday morning. I've dragged you in between Christmas and New Year just to chat to this. I really appreciate your time. Again, just a quick. I wanted to get someone that plays the game to come in to kind of explain it to me in layman's terms.
Okay.
So I really appreciate it. Is there anything else you want to say or add to it?
No.
Cool. Perfect. Well done, mate. Nice one. And Okay, so now Caden's gone, I just wanted to add a little bit more to it. So first of all, I want to say that technically there is no right or wrong in parenting, and there is no, I'm by no means a perfect parent, or more an expert in parenting. I have 2 daughters of my own that you probably know already. They're 14 and 15. Do we get it right every time? No. Do we get it perfect? No. So this is just more of a debate, really. I'm amazed. We teach 250, 300 people a week, and this is something that's becoming more and more and more. So I want to talk about the gaming side of it. Now, let's use GTA as an example, because that's what we've talked about. It's an 18-rated game, and we've got 10-year-olds, 9-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 7-year-olds playing it. Is that right and wrong? I'm not going to say it is right or wrong, but what I will say is it's an 18-rated game for a reason, and so many kids play it. So we get loads of parents going, well, we said he can't play it, but all his mates play it. We said he can't play it, all his mates play it. Now he's been bullied at school because he hasn't got the game, or FOMO, for him missing out because he's not playing the game, the others are playing the game. And so the parent breaks and buys them the game. So at what level? Now, in all fairness, times have changed. When I was 18, you'd be 13, 14 watching an 18. But nowadays, what was an 18 is a 15, or even like a 12A. So the shift of what an 18 is has dramatically changed. What concerns me is it's an 18 rated game, so technically you have to be 18 to play it. And again, there'll be people going, you're such a boring idiot. Not saying you've got to be 18 to play it, but what I am saying is you shouldn't be 7 to play it. We've just heard, again, most of you will know and go, of course, yeah, we know it. You can get guns, knives, bats, you can steal cars, you can beat people up, you can stab them, you can rob banks, you can work as gangs, you can go to a strip club and have a lap dance from a lap dancer. Now, if you went out for a night out, adults, and you went into a lap dancing club and you saw an 8-year-old sitting next to you, what would you think? Or if you was walking down the road and you saw a 9-year-old driving a car, what would you think? Yes, it is a game, I get that, and it is fun and the graphics are amazing, and in all fairness, probably for 75%, 80% of people, it's absolutely fine, and it goes, it's a game, they play it and they turn off and that's it. But it is a bit of a concern. They're going on about knife crime growing. 2 schools in our area have just had metal detectors fitted. Now, I know in London it's quite a bit higher than that, and if you live in London and you're listening to this, you might say, we've had knife detectors for 10 years. But down here, we don't have that, or we didn't have that, and obviously knife crime is going up. Literally on Facebook yesterday, one area just across town, boys come home, he got new iPhone for Christmas, at knife point got robbed at a play park in the afternoon. And I also know that this is the 3rd time this has happened at that play park in as many months. I also know, because we teach at many schools, one kid was playing GTA, a group of people at his school kept stabbing him every time he respawned, if that's the word. They ganged up on him, they stabbed him, and they were all taking the mick out of him, and they were going, we got you again, and it is just a game. But the next day he took a knife to school. He's 10 years old, took a knife to school because he wanted to get his own back, and he thought there was nothing wrong with that at all. Now you could turn around and say, it's the parents' fault, it's this, it's that, but I just think it's kind of, maybe the society we're in now, or kind of where we've got to. Now, don't get me wrong, most people, I'm 75%, 8%, maybe more, it'll be absolutely fine and no problem at all. But when they wonder about knife crime, when they wonder about kids understanding about mob mentality, about ganging up on people, about bullying, how easy is it to have a headset on playing a game going, I got you, dickhead, I stabbed you again, you're rubbish, rah, rah, rah. And all the mates jump on it and take the piss, and then they go to school the next day and the same thing happens. Now, don't get me wrong, for me, this is my opinion, 13, 14 upwards, I think it would be normal, because they'd be watching them films anyway, so mentally they'd get used to it. But I do believe that 7, 8 years old is too young. And just as Caden left, another parent in there, we just told him what we was doing, having this interview about the game, and he went, I've just brought so and so this game for Christmas, and he's 9 years old, and he's playing a game where you can go and do all that kind of stuff. There's a reason speed limits are 30 mile an hour. Why? Because we want to break the rules. Every human, even if you're a good person, a really good person that plays by the rules, and I'm talking 1 in 100 will, it's a 30 mile an hour, will drive at 30. Most will be driving at 33 to 35 because they'll go, well, the speedo could be out, I'm allowed my 10% plus free before I get called for speeding. So they'll run the limit of where that limit is, and most people go, well, don't see the point. There'll be people that do 60 and a 30 and go, 35, what are you talking about? I'll do 60. Never been caught. There'll be people that do get caught. There'll be people that go, well, I do 30 and, you know, I've lost my son and daughter or a family friend or a member or a dog or a cat because of someone speeding. And speeding isn't right, it isn't good, it isn't clever, but most people do speed, even if it's only by 10%. But the speed limit's 30 for a reason, because if you get hit at more than 30 mile an hour, then you're going to get hurt, seriously hurt. So if you get hit at 40 mile an hour, you'll probably get killed, which is why in residential areas it's 30 and why it's been brought down to 20 in towns and cities. Again, because it's busier, more chance of getting hit, therefore saving people's lives. But if it's 20, people do 25. If it's 30, people do 35. If it's 40, they'll do 45 to 50. On a motorway, if it's clear, M25 is normally at a standstill, but if it is clear, the speed limit's 70, so most people are doing 80 to 85. Slow down for the new digital speed cameras and then speed back up again. There'll be people going, oh no, I do 70 and I do 70. And there's nothing wrong with that, and you're the sensible people that will keep us all alive. But most people will just break the rules just a little bit. So if a game's an 18, break rules, because you will, everyone does, we all do. But by what amount? You know, if the speed limit's 70, I'm not going to go and do 140, am I? I'm going to do 70. 75, 80. But do you see my point? So if a game's rated 18, 13, 14, 15, you know, but I personally, 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds playing them games, and then when people say, well, what do you do as a parent? What do you do? I've got a 13 and 14-year-old. Ironically, 2 daughters, and I'm gutted that I'm saying this now. I've managed to keep them off of Facebook. I've kept them off Facebook. I've just said to them, I don't really want them having it. It will only cause more drama than good. You're not running a business, so you don't actually really need it. And if you want to talk to your friends, pick your phone up, talk to them, come see them at the gym, because most of your friends are at the gym, or you see them at school. So, literally yesterday, Leah, my youngest daughter, got Facebook. So I can deal with it. She's 14, she's old enough now. But in my head, I did say I don't want her to have it until she's 13. A lot of our friends, 8, 9, 10 years old, all on Facebook already. I think that's a joke. And if you think that's a joke, me saying that's a joke, then fair enough. That's your, you know, that's what you think. My opinion, you should be at least 13, 14 minimum before you go on it, because the amount of shit that's on there, if I'm honest, stuff like this. So ironically, she got it yesterday. So we managed to kind of swear away from it for this one. My eldest still hasn't got it. Bless her, fair play. Because all we hear at the gym, you know, as a parent, you might have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 children. You'll deal with their 4 or 5 dramas. We teach nearer 300 people a week. 200 of them are kids. So every week we deal with 200 children. We go to schools, we go to academies, we teach more. And the only arguments, the only grief, the only stress, the only nightmare, the only depression, the only fights, the only arguments, the bullying, 99% of it is on the internet. So it will be gaming, it will be Facebook, it will be Snapchat, it will be Instagram, and all the other social media platforms that are out there. Instagram and Facebook are the 2 that we get the most of, and then gaming. People just picking on each other, being nasty, and so on. So this isn't, I'm not telling you how to parent, I'm not telling you what's right or wrong, because technically there is no right or wrong. I mean, you could argue there is a law, so 30 mile an hour, so if you're doing 35 and a 30, technically that's wrong, because there's a rule for it. And the reason there is a rule, because if it's 40, you'd be doing 45. Yeah, so again, that age range, and people will say it's just a game. But we have seen firsthand, for some it isn't just a game. And what it does for me is it makes gang mentality normal. Things like, I mean, a 9-year-old, a 10-year-old should not, in theory, be going to a strip club and seeing what women do for money as a child, because all that's going to do is, as he grows up, in my head, that's then going to think, he's going to think that's normal and it's acceptable, and he will expect, I guess, women to be like that. And again, we're not going to go into this, but they talk about like the porn culture, and they talk about kind of what men expect from women, and vice versa, what women expect from men. because they're seeing it at a young age. Any kid now can go on YouTube and just YouTube whatever they want and see it firsthand. So you've got kids that are seeing X-rated stuff and porn and what their mates have done, and when they have fights and it gets uploaded to all the social media platforms. Scares the hell out of me, if I'm honest. I mean, again, if you kind of follow me a little bit, you know my background, you know that I was bullied quite badly, you know that I had quite a hard time at school. Thank God there wasn't mobile phones that filmed. We had phones, but you could text, and that was about it. And even that was amazing at the time. There was no social media, there was no internet for people to spread it on. So, you know, Christ, back then, me being thrown against lockers and kicked and punched with chairs on the floor, that would have been filmed on Snapchat. So not only would I have had my head beaten, it would have been filmed, and then everyone else could take the piss about it for the next 2-3 weeks. So I'm so glad that I haven't had to grow up as a child around that. So my advice, I guess, really is, I'm not saying keep them off it, but certainly monitor it. Delay it for as long as you can, which is difficult if you've got 2 or 3 kids. So if you've got 2 or 3 kids that on it, of course you're probably going to break at some point, but try and hold out for as long as you can. The main thing is, I think, is to monitor it. If they are going to have it, then make sure you monitor it. Again, I don't know what kind of safeguards you can put in place, but again, you know, maybe make sure that you not watch their gaming, but keep an eye on it, keep an eye on them, check who they're playing with, check how bad it is. Make sure you talk to them about it, let them know that they can be open with you about it. How open they're going to be, I don't know, because I can't imagine 10-year-old going, oh mum, I went and robbed the bank, and then me and Johnny, we went down the road and stabbed Simon, and then we went to a strip club and got drunk. It's insane, it's insane. So there is no right and wrong. I'm not saying there is a right and wrong. I'm not saying that I've got it perfect, because I by no means have not. I just try and do what's best, and you can only try and do what you think is best. But just keep an eye on it, really. And more than anything else, for me, if you're sitting at home, what do? You're on your phone, aren't you? You're on your games console or watching TV. In reality, they're the 3 main things. So, like I said to Caden, like if I wanted to see my mates, I had to go out. You know, put a coat on, put my shoes on, go out the door, go around to Richards, go around to Justin's. What are you doing? Oh, and sometimes you go around there because they didn't have mobile phone. You get there, they're out. So you have to walk back home. That was a waste of time. But you're out. Get out in the world. Kickboxing, boxing, judo, karate, archery, football, running, gymnastics, dancing. Doesn't matter what, just get out. There'll be people there doing the same thing. Then you'll be around the same sort of people. And again, if you're in a kickboxing gym, you're not going to be stabbing people. You're not going to be gang mob mentality. And sorry, you're not going to be in a strip club either. You're going to be with like-minded people doing decent stuff, making yourself feel better. Again, a lot to do with depression now, I believe, and I'm not going to go into this now. You're in your bedroom, you're in your own house, you're in your own surroundings by yourself. You compress. You go into a games console, you play. Again, a lot of people will enjoy it because they'll be mates, and don't get me wrong. You know, I've got friends all over the world, America, Sweden, Germany, and I can pick the phone up and just chat to them, FaceTime and do a recording, and we can chat instantly, puts us into contact. But I wouldn't be able to live without not having this contact that I have at the gym here with my members, with my wife, with my children. You know, they're not upstairs, I don't FaceTime. I'm going, oh, dinner's ready. I run upstairs, and I, oi, dinner on table. Get downstairs. Turn your phone off. Let's have a family conversation. So that's my thoughts. That's my theories. This might have helped you. This might not have helped you. You might think I'm an idiot for not allowing an 8-year-old playing at GTA. That's your thoughts, not mine. Don't really care. I'd love to know your thoughts, actually. That'd be quite interesting to see if you thought this was actually interesting or a help. If you think I'm an idiot. Because there will be people going, well, my 9-year-old plays it and I think it's fine. And again, if you do, that's brilliant, and I'm really happy for you. But that's my opinion. There's levels and reasons and rules for certain reasons. Anyway, I've got to go and do a few more PTs. I hope you all have a great day, and remember, it's not just a sport, it's my life.